Welcome to this week's legislative report. Much of the debate this week focused on the liability of companies in the event of a cybersecurity incident and categorizing rideshare drivers as independent contractors. When the legislature reconvenes on Tuesday, the 27th day of the session, second round debate will resume on the rideshare bill. On Thursday, elected and ex officio clerks of the district court testified in opposition to a bill that would shift that office to the state. LB 216 would transition the responsibilities of 28 ex officio clerks of the district court to the state next year. In the 10 counties that contract with the state for district court services, the county would no longer reimburse the state for those services. On January 1st, 2027, elected clerks of the district court would become state employees. The office would be filled by appointment and supervised by the district judge in the judicial district. If a vacancy occurs, the judges and court clerks would develop a consolidation plan. County's obligations to provide office space would continue, and the state would continue to pay for salaries and benefits as state employees. Proponents of the bill, including a district court judge, an attorney, and a lobbyist for the Nebraska State Bar Association, spoke in favor of a unified court system with more oversight of processes and district court personnel by the judicial branch. They discussed the challenges of elected officials being responsible to both voters and the court system. Opponents argued that the transfer to the state would lead to consolidation of court locations and diminished access to justice in more sparsely populated areas. In some areas, the clerk magistrate already divides their time between counties, and constituents seek help from district court personnel when the county court office is not open. If there are concerns about personnel issues, a new review or disciplinary process could be developed rather than dismantling the existing district court clerk system. At the same hearing, the committee heard a bill to require the state to pay half of the operational costs of county courts. Currently, the state pays for salaries of county court judges and employees, computer hardware and software, communications lines, and recording equipment. Counties pay for all other costs. NACO testified in support of the bill and will support two bills that would repeal requirements for counties to provide office space for the Department of Health and Human Services, and another bill to require the state to pay for probation expenses. All three bills will be heard on Wednesday. Other bills that will be heard next week would revise the distribution of documentary stamp taxes and move the pink postcard joint public hearing to July. Two nameplate capacity bills will be heard by the Revenue Committee. One would allow counties that receive an American Energy Friendly designation to receive increased nameplate capacity taxes. In exchange, counties would cede zoning authority over energy projects in those areas. Bills that will be heard by the Judiciary Committee would require law enforcement officers to assume custody of juveniles upon the call of a probation officer and allocate 10% of community-based juvenile services aid funds from counties and tribes to small community-based organizations in low-income areas.